I really wanted to start early today, but just, you know, little tech things here and there just build up, don't they? Oh, right, nice. I'll have a look. Yeah. Can't say it's been like the best day or whatever, but oh well. I'm just surviving the days now so I can come home and do my streams and editing and stuff. That's all I want to do, really. The stuff I actually want to do. Yeah, absolutely. Let's read the summary, get ourselves back into it. I'm going to play as the Shades guy again. Private Detective Choshiro Kirishima wakes up in front of Haibara Infirmary. Where am I? Why am I here? Choshiro remembers coming to the island at the request of Ruka's mother, Sayaka. Choshiro was the one who found the 5 missing girls on Rugged Isle 10 years ago when he still worked for the police. I just realised I don't have my water. 1 second, I'm going to need that. Throat's going a bit dry today. The amount of reading this game makes you do. I'm gonna need that. Anyway. Standing in front of the infirmary, Choshiro sees Yo Haibara, a suspect he had been chasing in connection with multiple missing persons case that took place on the island. Yo is the son of Shigeto Haibara, head of the island and director of Haibara Infirmary. Choshiro was certain that Yo had something to do with the girls' disappearances as they were found underneath Haibara Infirmary. Yo evaded capture and the case was closed, but Choshiro would not give up. He handed in his badge and became a private detective to continue his search for Yo Haibara, who is here now at the infirmary. Could Ruka be here too? With his instinct telling him that the disappearances, Yo and Haibara Infirmary are all related, Choshiro stands before the place where he found 5 frightened girls all those years ago. Yeah, there we go. When it comes to the sleep problems, you know what? There's two things that I find. There's two things that I find really ruin my sleep. Is if I don't work out and if I drink caffeine. It seems simple that, but that's genuinely if I don't do my weights and I drink more than a tiny amount of caffeine, I can't sleep at all. So, that's just me though. I know people who drink mountains of coffee and sleep just fine. Wish I could do that. I love coffee, but there he is, Mr. Shades. Ruka's not here. Looks like my hunch was wrong. Small shrine. Imagine we'll need to shine the light on things. Yeah, we've had like stormy sort of weather here. So this morning, just for the time when I had to walk to work, it was like properly windy, properly raining. I've been soaking wet all day. Like, took hours and hours just to dry from that. It's just been miserable. Horrible. It just ruins your day, you know. Absolutely. I didn't think it was that bad when I went out, so I didn't take like a spare set of clothes or whatever. I'm going to do that every day now, just to be sure. Just have spare clothes and shoes and things on me just because. Properly ruined your day. Toshiro's investigation notes. Yeah, literally came straight from work, went to get food, and then straight back on here. So I've not had any rest time at all today. Oh, it'll be fine. This is fun anyway. This is kind of rest time. No, I'm not exactly digging coal over here, am I? You know, I'm sitting playing a video game. Not exactly manual labor. I'll get to do some rest tomorrow because I made way more progress on the editing than I thought I would last night. I did way more than I expected. I just sat and grinded it out for hours. So tomorrow I should finish it, and then I can chill a little bit. Like I was watching everyone's streams yesterday. I had everyone's tabs open. I just didn't have time to be chatting. So I was just kind of hopping about here and there. But it's like I just gotta get this done. I'd rather get it done early than late. So it's fighting to stay awake till tonight. Oh, I know that feeling. Then when you actually get to, you know, when you're in that mode where you can't sleep, you get to the night when you want to go to sleep and you just lie there. I've had that before. I have to like really like work hard to avoid those kind of situations. I would say this is it does have puzzles. It probably has about the same level of puzzles as a Resident Evil game or a Silent Hill game. I'd say there's less combat, but it's harder combat. Like every fight is dangerous. Yeah, it's in the older games it's it's 2:50. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know that feeling, yeah. Mid-afternoon, you're falling asleep and then I'd say in the older games that the progression is a lot more obscure. Whereas here, this is kind of a lot simpler. It's kind of very, you know, you find a key to it opens a door, you find to open some doors you have to like take a picture and then find the thing in the picture. It's quite simple here. It's not really like a Silent Hill Resident Evil thing where you're like collecting like puzzle pieces and putting them together. It's not like adventure game type stuff like that. This game is very simple though. It's the simplest one in the series for sure. It's very much just find a key and open the door. Find the trigger and move on. It's, yeah. I don't want to die in a place like this. I've heard the story. The Day of Tranquility is here. They say back then some people came down to this place and they were spared. Not this time. Who did this? The Rite of Descent. She's here. That woman is here. I saw her blossom face. Her warped, smashed, twisted, destroyed face. Blossoming face. Warping, breaking, blossoming, twisting, blossoming, defiling, ending, blossoming, blossoming. Yeah, I'd say this is even more simple than the first three games, noticeably. It's very, oh god. Very simple, this game. I haven't had it. The only thing that's been difficult is the combat, and like one puzzle here and there. The puzzles are hit and miss. The puzzles can be a bit... They can be like really obscure or they can be really simple. It's all over the place, really. I feel like there's different puzzle designers who've been working on it. It feels like, you know, you've got one person on the team who's like really into puzzles and wants to make something really, really difficult and really obscure, and then you've got someone else who just wants to do a really simple, babyish sort of puzzle. Even in this game I've seen that as well. You've had some that are really tough and some that are just very, very basic. So the director's office connects here. He was involved in the disappearances after all. It's inconsistency, I would say. Inconsistency in the difficulty for sure. But that's okay, you know. It's kind of a relief sometimes when you get a puzzle that's not that hard. I've kind of felt like, you know. Oh, shoot. Kind of felt sometimes like, oh, I'm glad I don't have to mess around doing a difficult puzzle here. Quickly get a bit quick chip damage on him. Combat here is a lot faster. This is more action-packed. If you believe it, this is the action-packed part of the combat. If you can believe that. Even slower than this most of the time. My flashlight broken or something. Oh, I don't know what was going on there. That was weird. Flashlight just isn't working sometimes. Oh, got my back caught on a tiny pixel there. Nice. Must be almost dead now, these. I don't know what's going on with this flashlight. Why am I having to go off to reload? Oh shit. Nice. I don't know why it's doing this. Very strange, but I need to move. These enemies are very tough. I could be doing like critical hits here, I guess, fatal frames, but how is it doing? Nice. Proximity is a thing as well. I probably could have been a bit closer there. If I get right in her face here, should do a lot more damage. Yeah, it does. I could have played that better. That was a bit slow. But, okay. Combat system is definitely unique. You know, I really like, I actually really like how, you know, taking something that sounds quite silly, taking pictures of ghosts as your combat system, and made it like genuinely deep and interesting to do. Okay, this is where we Hey Matthias, what's going on? Welcome on in. Poor souls got cringed to oblivion by being photographed. Their souls could tell that they were pictures were gonna end up on their mum's Facebook page, and took themselves out of existence before they had the chance to happen. Really annoying with this guy. We have to like change lenses. Like in between combat, we have to like change lenses here. Yeah, how you been? Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. What's it had to do with this guy again? Oh yeah, while equipped. Allows for, that's it, yeah. Jeez. I just equipped that. Oh, I haven't got it on. There we go. I could just have it on like this and take it off here. I don't have to go into the menu at all. I don't know what I was thinking. What was I thinking that whole time? Could just have it. I think I only had one before, so. I don't know what's going on there. I'm really hoping to have this game finished. Apparently I've got 6 chapters left. So I'm really hoping that I can get this game finished by the weekend. I should be alright. Depends if I get stuck or not, I guess. But I'm you know, between today and Thursday, and then maybe Friday if I need to. Oh god. Memo, erroneous documents. Serious errors have been found in records concerning sudden deaths of patients. As such, the specified reports are to be destroyed immediately using the incinerator in the back garden of Haibara Infirmary. Backdoor key. Lovely. First floor. I think I know where that is. I hope I know where that is. Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, I enjoyed that game quite a bit. I thought that was a really fun game. There's so many bad Spider-Man games out there. That's one of the good ones. It's mainly that and like the PS2 Spider-Man 2. It's one of the few games to do that Arkham combat system well as well. I really enjoyed that game. Yeah. Should play that again, actually. Good fun. Tono Tsubaki, occupation nurse, circumstances of death. Collapse while performing the role of the vessel during the Rogetsu Kagura. Witnesses reported that she was already dead when they rushed to help her. Cause of death, post-mortem failed to reveal any disease or injury. Suspect heart failure, but this diagnosis is inconsistent with the condition of the body. One of those words that you slightly change the pronunciation when you, depending on whether it's a verb or a noun. Suspect for a noun and suspect for a verb. Caught me out there. Additional notes. Face could not be identified. Cause unknown. Fortunately, disease did not blossom. Did rite of descent affect Kagura? Death possibly caused by mask. Report to Master Yomotsuki. We actually should be listening to these tapes, but none of them have really had anything useful on them. Files. Where are the tapes again? There's so many menus. I'll listen to radio. Tapes. Oh, there's just loads of tapes to listen to. Nothing that interesting, you know. Game puzzle solution was in them, yeah. I think there really isn't anything interesting. I'm not going to even bother listening to these. They're not that interesting. But yeah, I think they make it fairly clear that it's just optional stuff. Liquid water, nice. You never know. I do find that annoying when games kind of present things as if they're like optional or they're not important, and then they actually are. Like I think my least favorite example of that ever was in Resident Evil Gaiden. Like in no other Resident Evil game do zombies drop things, you know, at least at that point. You know, you don't kill zombies in the PS1 games and they drop items. And then there are zombies in Gaiden that drop keys. Like you have to kill the zombies to get keys. Like it made no sense at all. I never would have suspected that what was the case. So I spent ages wandering around, and turns out I had to just check a zombie's corpse to find a key on it. Just completely, and it's like completely breaks with the way those games are designed. It's so annoying. Hinuma Tomoko, cause of death drowning. Circumstances of death found floating in Rogetsu Hall pool by a nurse. He was already dead from cardiopulmonary arrest at the time of discovery. I genuinely remember being quite annoyed wandering around looking for this key, and then actually just looking up a walkthrough and being like, you are joking, right? It's on a zombie. Additional notes, deceased reported to have entered state of agitation at the same time Tsubaki Tono collapsed on the night of the Kagura and developed moonlight syndrome thereafter. Note left at the scene indicates suicide. Typical case of someone losing themselves at the Kagura and not coming back. Signs of budding, harvest face. Alright, so we know where we're going now. Let's go over there. I really am hoping that just a few of these chapters are a little bit shorter. Every chapter has been over an hour so far. That's the wrong thing. I really am hoping we can just... I don't know why this is happening. Why we can't just keep firing now? That would be such a meta thing to do. Someone's got to do that at some point. Like, you didn't read the end user license agreement, did you? I think our flashlight has gone back to normal now. Maybe that'd be the whoever made Doki Doki Literature Club. That'll be in the next game. I think I actually really like that game. Yeah, it seems like the kind of meta thing something like that would do. Yeah, you definitely want to be right in their face when you fire at them here. That makes it go way quicker. That was like, we were doing like double damage there by being closer. Got him. There we go, we don't have to mess around in the menu anymore. Figured it out. Yeah, I do have a little bit longer today than usual. Sort of got started a little bit earlier. A little bit earlier. Probably not as early as I would have liked to start, but I've kind of like designated to, you know, all of tonight just for the stream, so I'm not thinking like, oh, I want to get off and go and spend some time reading or what have you. It's just, I just want to spend the entire, oh shoot. I want to spend the entire evening on the stream. Patch out as much of this as I can. No, I posted about it on the Discord and my Blue Sky and that, but yeah, this this Sunday we'll be starting Resident Evil Marathon. So I'd like to get this done before then, so we can just go into a bunch of Resident Evil stuff. We'll also be doing Silent Hill 2 on Saturday as well. It's going to be a busy weekend. So yeah, kind of sectioned off the whole weekend just for streams. Looking forward to that, honestly. Nice. Don't know where the others are, but it's fine. We'll deal with that in a minute. Yeah, see, when you're farther away, the amount of damage you do is massively reduced. We got an extra hit in there. I've kind of been like putting together a sort of a list of the games I'm going to play, but I'm also going to be winging it somewhat. But I'm going to have plenty of time to do lots and lots of stuff. Yeah, feel free to hit me with suggestions if there's an RE game you'd particularly like to see, or something that I might not have thought of. Oh, I got hit. Great. Oh well. See why this game takes so long now. All the fights are just ridiculously long. And you can't really skip any of the combat here for the most part. It's pretty much mandatory. We've accidentally excavated out from the B2 basement second floor lift shaft into the primeval passage, so work has been stopped for the time being. In the past we came up against this passage while building the room under the director's office. What the hell is he thinking, taking the same kind of risk twice? The ancients of this land forbade the excavation of buildings underground. If the old primeval passage is disturbed, then the moonlight won't reach. The page is torn at this point. Herbal medicine, nice. Yeah, we need to, when we get to a save point, we need to stock up on healing for this guy. Oh shit. Wasn't unexpected. We just need to be blasting away here. No. I thought it might have appeared. No. Okay. Not too difficult. This guy's combat is definitely the most forgiving. Out of all of the characters. Definitely the, There's one thing I sort of missing a little bit in this game compared to the old ones is like there's not really as much of that kind of traditional Japanese look to the game. I've always felt that was kind of a really key part of Fatal Frame, because it had that kind of very traditional Japanese look to it, and a lot of the environments in this game are a lot more modern looking. But it does lose some of that charm a little bit. Then again, you've had 3 games of that, so you know, those games are always there to go and replay when I want that again. I sort of don't mind something a bit different, you know. That's the elevator. Yeah, that's our save point, so that'll be a shortcut we're opening here, right? That's right, isn't it? Yeah. Definitely want to go and grab some heals with this guy, just so I'm, I've learned my lesson about not stocking up on heals, just by... Yeah, we've got so many points, we could have, like, as many heals as we want. We want to have at least 10. Actually, I should have checked if we could get more more accessories, because there was one accessory available to buy as this guy, and it was a pair of aviator shades. That was the only accessory that was available to buy. I was like, if you're gonna have one, that's a good one, in all fairness. That's the one you want to go for. We got an item somewhere. There we go. I feel like that's a pretty decent compromise, you know, making the items sort of less visible, but also, oh, good. Because we've got to turn on the power. It's a horror game. Like, I think, Resident Evil Revelations, I can't remember if it's in 2 actually, but I know in 1 you have to, like, every item you have to, like, scan every part of the rooms to try and find the items. It's a bit silly. Something has appeared in the photo. A dark, murky room with a power switchboard on the wall. I don't know if I remember exactly where that is, but maybe I do. Like, yeah, but having to shine a light on some of the items here to find them. Not the worst mechanic. It's pretty decent. Yeah, didn't we try to go through here earlier and we got, or is this just... Yeah, this is the part we were just at, wasn't it? There was one way we didn't go, I feel like. Oh yeah, this is where we need to go. Okay. I was about to go try and go back upstairs. That was a lot simpler than I expected. And that will go to... don't know where. No, we're in the north part. That's the north up there, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, okay. It's just compass directions. I was wondering what was going on there. Just compass directions. Okay, this is just not interactable at all. Another item somewhere. Apparently. Yeah, we just missed a little bit out here, but we did things in roughly the right order anyway, so we'd have had to come back here to find the switchboard if we'd encountered it first. Turning on the power is just a horror staple, isn't it? You know, if you're not turning on the power in a horror... If your horror game doesn't have people turning the power on again at some point, it's not really a horror game, is it? Kind of enjoying the horror games, to be honest. I'm sort of, I'd sort of planned to be a bit more of a bit more variety. Honestly, I think having a bit of a horror focus is probably a good idea, honestly. It comes and goes, you know. There'll probably be some times when I won't want to play horror games at all, and I'll just play some other things, but, I can never truly tie myself down to just one genre. Never been able to do that fully. And I guess if you want to grow, you know, want to grow my YouTube and grow Twitch or what have you, probably somewhat of a good idea. Yo, reading. Trying to convince kids that reading is cool. Yo, reading is sick. Yo. Actually is. There's something moving there. I was like, what's that? What was it, one of those ghost hands? One sec here. At last, the mask of the lunar eclipse that I poured my heart and soul into is complete. It is no overstatement to say that I've spent myself completely in this endeavor, but it was worth it. I want to thank you sincerely for all your support. The way to make the mask only became clear to me when you reconstructed the ancient documents on the lost Rite of Descent. You also solved the mystery of the materials to use and gathered them for me. The Rite of Descent will surely produce the results you desire, and the true mask of the lunar eclipse will take shape. The true mask of the lunar eclipse is not the foul artifact that brought about the terrible day of tranquility spoken of in our legends. No, that disaster was caused because the mask made by my ancestor Soetsu was less than perfect. Thanks to you, this mask will open the door to the hallowed realms Soetsu wrote of. As I perform my role as keeper of the mask during the Kagura, I cannot witness the Rite of Descent with my own eyes, but I will be praying for its success. Soya Yomotsuki. Hey, there must be something else here then, because this is, something still shining over here. There, the Kagura is close at hand. It's sure to be packed with spectators. There are even some famous people coming from the mainland. Opening the Kagura to the public has not only improved the image of the island, but brought us wealth in so many ways. However, there are also preparations to be made for the other ceremony. The organs have been chosen, and the true mask of the lunar eclipse has been completed. The rite of descent will return. The mask of the lunar eclipse is feared as the mask that caused the vessel to blossom, bringing the day of tranquility that destroyed the island. But by performing the rite of descent with the true mask, the vessel, my poor suffering daughter, will be cured. The mask of the lunar eclipse is our last chance to cure Moonlight Syndrome. The mask of the vessel causes the wearer to lose themselves, but the mask of the lunar eclipse is said to erase all memory. Bring the wearer to the place of origin, purify them, and then bring them back to themselves, back to the living. The rite of descent succeeds. My seemingly never-ending battle with Moonlight Syndrome will finally come to an end. There have been casualties. My dear wife blamed herself for our daughter's illness, and in her distress ended her own life. Perhaps she was better off not having to see our daughter end up like this. Everything I've done, my work, my sacrifices, the culmination of all of my research. It's all for her. Lovely stuff. 1 second here. You can see there's a lot of reading to do in this game, and right, was something to examine there? No, okay, it's just the door. Oh. Actually, we should probably do some upgrades with this guy. I feel like I don't think we've upgraded it at all. But at least at least upgrade the power. I think each character has their own store of upgrade points anyway, so might as well use them. Definitely the power upgrades make a lot of sense. Yeah, that's 6,700 points now, so that's pretty good. Just gonna speed things along a bit, you know? Oh. I actually use the sound to find him then. You can use the sound positioning to find enemies like that. It's pretty good sound design. The organ girls are extremely unstable. The stress and damage, both physical and mental, that they endured from the failure of the rite of descent has wiped their memories and feelings clean. We should be able to suppress their symptoms with appropriate care and medication, but this really is a most rare and interesting case. We should continue observing their progress in order to investigate the effects of the rite of descent. Then the results of this investigation might aid in our treatment of Sakuya, who is being moved to the Court of the Unhallowed. Sounds like a lovely place to go. Good place to be. It's a bit of a fatal frame thing as well, to like sort of show you a new location at the end of a chapter, and then you get to go there next time. This is kind of back to the underground cavern. We got the back door key, so maybe this part isn't even necessary at all. But if there's combat encounters here, then I feel like probably did have to come down here in some way. Maybe it was just for lore purposes. I don't know. Maybe we didn't actually have to come this way, but we just can for extra story. That would be weird though, right? There's nothing else we can really do here. We can't go through there at all, so yeah, back upstairs, I guess. Find the back door. Objective is still to get to the garden, yeah, so... Weird. Yeah, I don't mind if you get to do optional exploring to find, bits of lore. That makes sense. Hey, we had to go back to that shutter, didn't we? It was down here. Or what was that? Oh no, yeah, I remember now. We came up here, and now we can go off this way. Okay, there we go. A bit confused then. You never know what's going to be optional, you gotta explore. I don't mind exploring. Finding some lore. If we don't make full story progress in every little section, that's totally fine. Great economy of language there. From that guy. Like how you can just miss out most of the words in a Japanese sentence and it doesn't matter. This area sort of confuses me a bit sometimes, trips me up a bit. Oh, I should try and chain some attacks together there, rather than letting them disappear. Oh, we two-shotted him. Okay. Those upgrades are definitely worth getting. I should just use all my upgrade points straight away. Like, what's the point in trying to save upgrade points anyway? Where was it? Oh yeah, this isn't... we can't even get out this way, can we? I remember now where we are. We've already done this doll. I guess it probably was worth trying to do the dolls, because it does seem to carry over between characters. Like, if you get a doll with one character, you don't have to do it with the others. And when I play the game again, I'll do that. I probably will in many years' time. I'm going to be replaying some Fatal Frame games this year. I'll be playing... there's a remake of 2 coming out, and I'll be wanting to replay 1 again before that, so there'll be some more Fatal Frame this year. Oh, wait, we do have to go this way. What am I doing? Wait, no, I know where we are. I think. Okay, yeah, here we go. So the ghosts kind of show you where to go a lot of the time. But sort of saves on ambiguity here. You don't have to guess where you're going, the ghost will just show you. I wonder if we can get any more accessories yet. All we can get is plain clothes and sunglasses. No extras here. Maybe these are New Game Plus things, or we have to do specific things to unlock them, I don't know. Probably a bit more combat with this guy than your average chapter, feels like. There's been a few more combat encounters than the others get. This is the slightly more action-focused style. He has the best weapon, obviously. The flashlight is actually better than the camera, I would say. There's always a point with these games where I get a bit fatigued with the environments. I'm going to need some new environments pretty soon. You end up just going through the same buildings over and over with different characters. It does sometimes get a little bit tiring. Oh, we can use this exit here. Yeah, I really appreciate how they make use of the budget. How they're obviously quite small budget. They make use of it pretty well. The environments get a good amount of reuse. Guess we'll do a proper save. Apparently this is like what? Like sort of a 12-hour game, that sort of region. No, I'm not going to stress about it too much. If I don't finish it this week, fine. I've decided that the film of the Kagura is to be incinerated. While I'm aware of the importance of keeping a record of the event, even considering what's happened, there's something very strange about this film. At first I thought it was just damage to the film itself, but I checked again and that's when I realised the film is showing a woman who definitely wasn't present at the time of the recording. I think she's dancing. Just to be sure, I had the other nurses watch the film with me. The second time I saw it, I could see her even more clearly. The woman is slowly becoming more and more apparent in the film. I could barely believe it myself when I came to this realization, but there's simply no other explanation. I don't want to see it again. I don't even want to be near this damn film anymore. I'm afraid I can't wait for your permission, Director. I'm taking this cursed thing straight to the incinerator and the rear incinerator and destroying it once and for all. First videotape. Burned letters. These letters are addressed to me? Jay Choshiro, long time no see. Ashiburi desu ne, Choshiro-san. You're coming to Ragetsu for work. I'm on the island now conducting some research. We'll be able to meet up. This place is pretty interesting. Its culture is almost completely unique. 27 pages, by the way. My specific research topic is masks. A fucking novel they've burned here. The mask-related beliefs of Ragetsu Isle are well known even on the mainland, but there are still many mysteries to be explained. Fortunately for me, this is the year of the Ragetsu Kagura, held once a decade. Many different masks are made for the ceremony. I couldn't have timed it better. All goes well, I might even have a chance to actually see the masks being made. I'm planning to stay for a while to take advantage of all these great research opportunities. Do you remember my younger sister, Yuri? She insisted on tagging along with me. She says she's really excited about seeing the Ragetsu Kagura. What a tourist. When I told her I knew a real detective, Yuri said she wanted to meet you, so when you get here we should all go for a drink. We haven't done that much since we got jobs. Takashi Aiba, teaching assistant, history department, Kusanagi University. Yeah, okay, one of them's blank at least. The purpose of most Kagura masks is to make the wearers one with the gods, as they take the appearance of them and perform the ritual dance. But the masks on Ragetsu Isle don't represent gods. In fact, there aren't any gods in the belief system here. Also, the Ragetsu Kagura got its current name relatively recently. It used to be called the Rite of Descent. Descent represents the journey of the souls of the dead. And given the custom of putting masks on the faces of corpses, the masks on this island must represent the dead. The tradition of putting on death masks and performing dances occurs elsewhere, but these masks represent death itself, the forms of minds that have faced death. The shape of the soul the one moment, moves from existence to nothingness. The masks here represent the shapes of things that leave behind no lasting forms. The rite of descent used such masks. What function did it have in an island? What function did it have in island society? Is the mask worn by the vessel? It was crafted long before the other Kagura masks, and its roots are different from any of them. The most prominent of them all is the Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, crafted by the artisan Soetsu Yomotsuki. However, legend has it that disaster befell the island when the Mask of the Lunar Eclipse caused the vessel to blossom, and so its existence has remained taboo for many years. The mask-making arts from the era of Soetsu were lost for a time, most likely as a result of the disaster. Nothing is known about it except that it was black in colour. Present-day mask maker Soya wants to revive the advanced arts of Soetsu. Perhaps the Mask of the Lunar Eclipse is ultimately... Said we both have mild cases of moonlight syndrome. They say it happens to a lot of people after watching the Kagura, and we'll have to be hospitalized here for a while. Now that I write the word hospitalized makes it sound so serious, but don't worry, it's not that big a deal. In fact, it won't even stop me from continuing my mask research. If you get another chance to visit the island, make sure you visit us. We could certainly use some companionship here. The other patients aren't exactly a black mask. When the dead return to the world of the living become as the dead. The mask made to become as the dead makes the wearer become death itself. I can't imagine what this mask is used for. It has a gentle smile like a Buddhist statue, but there's a primal emptiness about its face that is evocative of death. A particular kind of death. Looking at it, I feel myself drawn into the depths of oblivion. I feel terror and relief. It's beautiful. The Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. Hey, he said it! He said the thing! The Fatal Frame 4, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. Though I smash my eyes in, I still see. It's still looking at me. I can see it again. Reading like one of those SpongeBob memes. It's so beautiful. That's one... I can probably add that to my Goodreads account for my reading challenge for the year. Length of that bloody thing. Wait one sec here. My Goodreads goal for the year is 50 books. Should be pretty reasonable. Although I'm still reading King Sorrow right now, which is massive. And that's still only going to count as one. I think Goodreads should like... Every 300 pages should be one book. If you read an 800-page book, that should count as like 2 2/3 of a book. So all I think of when I finish like a massive book is Gimli. It still only counts as one. Like, yeah, it does. I just spent 2 weeks on one book and it only counts as one. I didn't want to run here. Oh, there he is. He's running again. They're running. This game's approximation of running. Kind of run you get from a arthritic 80-year-old man who hasn't exercised in 50 years. That's this game's version of running. I thought there was a path up there. I hate having to use the pressing in the analog sticks in gameplay. Doesn't flow very well into gameplay, I don't find. Having to use that as my quick turn. I don't like that. Guessing we just go back, I don't know. Nothing else to do here. My item detection was flashing up a bit there. There it is. Chain lens, nice. We'll know it's right if the ghost nurse pops back up again for us. Don't know. Doesn't seem to be anything else over there, so I guess we go back. Couldn't say. Oh my. Just search the back garden is the objective, so. Must be something else out here. Probably missed something out there. Probably need to go back. Probably do, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a few other horror games I'm going to be playing after the Resident Evil Marathon, for sure. I'm going to play Rule of Rose. I'm going to finally finish Rule of Rose. I feel like that's one of the big PS2 games that I haven't played. I've kind of played most of the others. Like, I've done Haunting Ground and Clock Tower 3 and Kuon. And all the good ones, and then some bad ones like Michigan. Yeah. Never fully finished Rule of Rose. No, I know it's not going to be like a great game to actually play, but I'd like to just see, you know, play it and see the credits. I was really enjoying it for the first half. I'll have to just survive the combat. I was really enjoying everything else about it. Combat was just so powerfully terrible that I couldn't bear it at the time. I've played all sorts of terrible survival horror games. I should be alright with it, really. Chickened out. Should be totally fine with crap survival horror combat. Something about this that I've not looked at. Definitely an item still around here. Oh yeah, just here. I didn't see that before. Hideki Tono's diary. It was my uncle's recommendation that brought me to Rogetsu Isle. At first I was quite apprehensive, but both the islanders and the infirmary staff have shown me such kindness, helping me to settle into my new job and my new life here. I appreciate now what good advice my uncle gave me. I feel so lucky to be here. It turns out that this is the year of the Rogetsu Kagura, an important island festival that's only held once a decade. At the centre of this Kagura is a woman called a Vessel, who performs a dance as an offering to the gods. I was very surprised when the islanders asked me, an outsider, to take the role of the Vessel. They explained that the Vessel should be a woman around my age, beautiful and impressionable. When they put it like that, how could I possibly refuse? It's such an honour to be allowed to take part in an ancient island tradition. This will be an excellent opportunity for me to express my gratitude to Rogetsu Isle for all the happiness that it has brought me. I'm truly thrilled. Before the festival, I have to take part in a purification ceremony where I bond with the Vessel mask worn during the Kagura. Hearing about this made me a little more nervous than I was when I accepted the role. I hope it all goes to plan. I'm sure it all went very, very well. Film reel? We have to go back to the dining room now and use the film reel. Of course, we have to do some combat as well. Oh wait, I've got the wrong thing on, haven't I? Get them all. They're all bunched together. That makes my life so much easier. Oh god, I dodged. Full on fucking Matrix dodge on me. Christ. Getting battered here. Well, not exactly, but... being battered and being dodged. My pride is being battered. Surely now. I mean, even with an upgrade, these things are beastly. I don't know why it's doing this. Like sometimes it just won't let me fire even after it, you know, it's had some time to recharge and what have you. Oh, I thought I killed them. Maybe I need to just avoid these. It wouldn't give me like infinite grindable points here, would it? Surely. Like if I could just fight these forever, I could just grind points off them and become extremely wealthy. Oh god, I actually got damaged with the guy. Oh my god. Maybe I do need to just leave. Doesn't seem like they're going to stop spawning. Never lets you get away from combat in this game. Maybe I need to just keep him away from me and then run. Yeah, it doesn't feel like this is ever going to end, so... They'll follow me, but... Will you please run, for goodness sake, man? This is no time to... No time to be ambling along. I'm sure this is what we have to do. There won't be any kind of lock on the door, right? If there's a lock on the door, that's when you know you have to... That's when you know you have to fight. If you, there's some kind of spirit lock on the door. That's when you know it's mandatory. If not, we're probably okay to just run. Yeah, we're good. That was the idea then. It's a bit inconsistent, that, you know. Sometimes you have to fight, sometimes you don't. Bit hard to judge sometimes. That's alright. I'm fairly certain I know what we're doing now. We have to go back to that dining hall. If we're in the same building I'm even thinking of. Man in sync. Guy just doesn't like running, does he? Okay, we're actually not in the building I was thinking of, so I'm gonna have to try and find a projector here. Okay, it's telling us where to go at least. Up the stairs. Where are the stairs? Again, this game is much more friendly in that regard than the earlier games. Fatalframe 1 and 2 would never be caught dead doing this, showing you where to go. I remember this. Guess we are going back to that other building then. Yeah, of course they're connected, aren't they? Yeah. We are going back to the dining hall I was thinking of, yeah. The dining hall is there, yeah. I'm not really even going to bother, like, exploring every nook and cranny here. I feel like a lot of times it's not necessary. Like, I tried that earlier, going into, like, it's obvious where to go, but I'll go and explore the rest of the building anyway, and there just wasn't anything. Like the game was trying to say, like, you don't need to be here. So I'm going to take that message on board and not go to random optional places. We'll just go where we need to go. Last time I watched a video like this, I got jump scared with combat. So, gonna be ready now. Oh. How long are these bloody chapters, man? Oh. Half-burned oil painting. Cassette tape. Guess we can listen to that.
9月29日、救済者を病院の関係者から少女たちについて垂れ込み、もう一度灰原病院内を捜索する。9月29日、灰原病院。病院の地下2階で少女たちを発見。5人とも無事。しかし、あれは俺の見間違いなのだろうか。
Oh, Christ. Oh, I got the wrong lens. Loads of enemies, great. If I could bunch them all together, that'd be sweet, but that's not going to happen. Oh good, I'm caught on something. Nice. Get right in their face, max damage. Seems like a good way to go about that. Could find clues. Again, very vague. Guessing there's no other clues in here. Just scan around the place a bit just to be sure. Okay, pretty sure that's everything here. We'll probably go outside here and there'll be a ghost that will show us where to go. Alright, here we go. Back in this main hall bit. Right, so clues. Search for clues. It's such a clear instruction, isn't it? But one of the ways will be locked though. Surely won't be able to go to the entire building and waste our time there, right? Feels like there aren't really any locked doors now. Everything's just open and we can just waste as much time as we want. Not finding anything. Okay, this room is a bust. There was a glass breaking sound then, but... I might have been in real life. Okay, this is more old school Fatal Frame type thing here. Just find clues and then you just left to the entire building. I really have no idea where to go. Like that is the... Hey, maybe we should go this way. Oh no, this is back to the... we've just gone in a big circle here, haven't we then? We've just come back to here. We've done a little lap of the whole building. Maybe we should try going upstairs. There's also downstairs. I doubt it's that way to the left here. We do have the lift. Oh no, but there we go. Yeah, it's telling us to use the lift. Didn't tell us that earlier. Second floor is the where all the bedrooms are, but so here's where we use that secret passage. I noticed this earlier on in the game that there's a hidden passage, but sure we'll find a switch for it or something. Ah, good try. Only one stone anyway. wouldn't have exactly ruined my day if we hadn't got that. The one stone. Can you get with one stone nowadays? Oh, this is out. Oh, I see. It's outside. I don't think I've ever used this door before. Oh, so I guess I do have to go that way. There was me saying I didn't have to go outside. Probably do. Again, the game's told us to come up here, so... maybe that's the game's indirect way of telling me... you know, go up here and then you find that picture. Oh yeah, the rooms are over this way, aren't they? I think I'm actually going to go back there and see. Now that we've got that clue, I'm going to go back there and see about the outdoors part. That seems like a pretty solid clue to go on. If the game wants me to actually intuit things myself, it seems like a pretty solid lead to follow. Excuse me. Yeah, it's just nothing. Well, I guess we do have to go back upstairs then. I don't know, if it's gonna show you a bunch of people drowning in a pool, I'm probably gonna investigate that, right? Okay. We'll go back upstairs, have a look in the bedrooms. Walk around until we find it, right? That's all you can really do. Game will, yeah, usually give you something of a clue when you're on the right track. The last clue we got was elevator, really, so the last obvious clue we got was the elevator, so makes sense. Then we'll just try the next floor and the next floor and yeah. Don't know why I'm coming in here, just gotta check. You never know. I've got a feeling it's not this floor though. I've got a feeling it's actually one of the higher floors. I don't think the bedrooms have anything to do with this, but now maybe the game could have blocked them off if we're not supposed to be going this way or anything. We just end up wasting a load of time here. What it feels like we're doing. Yeah, there's just nothing here, is there? I feel like I should just go straight up to the next floor. This is probably a waste of time. Wasted a lot of time already. Yeah, nothing's popping up on the item. But then again, if I leave one of the rooms unsearched, that'll be the one that will have the key item in. You know, as you'd expect, that would always be the way. I'm still gonna have a look. Yeah, it really does feel like if there's a part like this where there's literally nothing to do, nothing to see, it really should just block it off, right? There is absolutely no need for this part to be accessible right now. Nothing here whatsoever, just to waste time. There is something to take a picture of here, but I could never find it in this room. Oh well. Oh. Right. Oh, there we go. Guess that should have been our clue. Could have. There were no ghosts appearing on the second floor, so. Nurse's logbook. One item to report. Yuko Magaki in room 309 has shown some drastic changes recently and his behaviour is increasingly problematic. Caused disturbances, shouting out suddenly at the top of his voice and grinning like a man possessed. Sounds pretty normal for Britain, you know, but whatever. Last night after lights out he started causing a racket. I ran to his room to check on him and he grabbed me and started screaming annihilation over and over. Book recommendation from the sounds of it. There have also been some disturbing changes in his paintings. He keeps painting pictures of a sinister-looking woman. There is no longer any doubt that the woman he paints is the patient in the isolation room. Why does he keep painting pictures of her? I believe they are an omen foretelling the awakening of the one with no face. It'd be a lot better if this was like, you know, MGS, where you could have tapes playing over gameplay. I'd listen to the tapes a lot more diligently then. Guess we need to go back and see what was going on there. Or not. Room 309 though. I guess we'll check them all. Anyway. Never know. Might find something good. Yeah, we do have to check them all anyway. Oh, totally messed up that one. Sayaka's diary. Everything is getting out of control. Saya has been completely consumed by his obsession with his Yomotsuki ancestor. And now the Haibaras have started behaving in ways that I simply can't understand. I have to get Ruka better. I have to take her away, somewhere far away where they've never even heard of this island. And I won't have to hear the name Rogetsu. Choosing between my husband and my daughter isn't easy, but saving Ruka is the only thing that matters to me now, and I'll do it no matter how long it takes. I'm so sorry, my darling Sawyer. Somewhere deep inside you is the man I once cared for. Or I still care for. But you buried him so deep inside this madness that I don't think there's any way for me to save you. I'm leaving Rogetsu Isle. Seems quite reasonable, honestly. Oh, Christ. Here we go. Oh, it's this guy, the doctor. I'm using the wrong thing again. Nice. Not having this guy ruin my day again. Yeah. Nice, got him quick. A little window after you attack them where they won't, you can attack them again. Small key. Nice. Any more upgrades? We've collected a few things. What's this one? I guess we should actually equip that one. Might be useful as well. 26. So we could just get the max power upgrade, yeah? Why not? Seems reasonable. Finally a locked door. Finally some narrowing down of the spaces to explore. Oh, this is 310. Oh yeah, I remember now, the art room. Totally look like the sort of room that a normal, well-adjusted person would work in, so... Oh, good. Oh, there's another door, okay. Oh, that's locked as well, isn't it? Okay then. I mean, we got a key. Yeah, there we go. I don't know what was going on there. That was a bit weird. Don't mind fighting bosses as this guy. It's much easier than the others. Oh, down here. Oh god, I thought she was miles away. Or at least get some damage in. That was a lot of damage. Yeah, that'll do. That wasn't very tough, was it? I feel like our first shot did way too much damage for some reason. I don't know why our first shot did 11,000 damage. I don't know what I did differently, but I feel like that wasn't supposed to be that easy, but yeah.
この風景どうなってるんだこれは灰原は 再び島を訪れたあの日この島から人が消えた
Oh, they actually remember that chapters are supposed to end at some point. Incredible stuff. With the game. Oh, some game audio would probably help. Searching for Madoka, Misaki finds herself in her own room at Rogetsu Hall and discovers a photo of herself as a child alongside a woman with no face. Does this woman have any connection with the girl in black? Misaki feels that if she could only meet this woman, her own past would become clear. My special friend. Six what? Hmm. Right, straight away. we have our clue. Yeah, whenever you switch back to one of the girls, the combat feels a bit more awkward. Again, but alright. Just said search the area. But not much to go on here. Maybe it was this area. Maybe it was this part. Yeah, it is the same area we're just in, yeah. That's okay. Okay, nothing. Yeah, there was a bathtub here, wasn't there, remember? Nice vague instructions, search the area. Well, this was our room, wasn't it? I think there's another item in here somewhere. There's another doll. I think we got that one already. I think we got that one as well. Me with someone else. Several documents, oh good. Several documents worth of reading. Regarding treatment of Misaki Aso, patients with high spiritual potential are different from other patients in that their sense of self is inherently weaker than most. They can also present symptoms of taking on secondary personalities. Director Haibara feels that in order to find new ways to treat the patient in the special isolation room on the 4th floor, she tried some experimental therapy on Misaki. As a precursor to treating the patient in the isolation room, special procedures are being performed experimentally in the primeval passage, but symptoms have only worsened and the effects are extremely doubtful. Treatment with the apparatus is also having no effect, so it may be necessary to revert to administering medication in order to halt the hopeless advancement of symptoms. Alright. It's telling us that there's something else in this room, but... yeah, we found it. Not that important, but we found it. More stones. I've kind of gotten used to the game just telling me where to go. I'm sort of, I sort of like that in a way. I'm always pushing for games to not hold your hand too much and all that, but sometimes I don't mind that. You know, sometimes I don't mind if a game just guides you through. Just depends, I suppose, what mood I'm in. I'm guessing we don't leave this floor. It said search the area. And, It'll be this area, this floor, I suppose. But who knows? Then everything will have to just leave, I guess. The game is definitely getting more vague with its instructions as we go on. It has less hand holding as we go. I think we're done on this floor then. Oh no, there's this part as well. Oh, chase the girl in black shadow. I mean, we'd only saw it leave one room. Can't exactly chase it, can we? No idea where it went. Guess we go downstairs. Maybe the thing will just appear. We'll just follow it. Oh, there we go. Just try the elevator and she's there. Why not? What floor does she want to go to? What floor does she seem like you'd like to go to? Oh, there we go. The fourth floor now. Nice, okay. A new area. Well, hey. How exciting. That zinc key we had. So we were watching Phineas and Ferb earlier. That was a pretty funny episode of Phineas and Ferb where Doofenshmirtz is trying to find evil uses for zinc. That's a good one. Key and Ghost game. That's a pretty evil use of zinc. What am I supposed to do here exactly? Yeah, I don't... Oh, for goodness sake. Oh. Yeah. I definitely should upgrade. By the way, I definitely should be using my upgrades. Still can't get a max power upgrade. Oh, Christ. Oh, fuck off! Just decides to become invulnerable. That 1 second. And these damage numbers are underwhelming compared to what I'm used to. It's extra chip damage. Pointless, useless chip damage. Oh, come on, man. I'm always just a second late, a millisecond too late for those fatal frames. Yeah, that chip damage actually finished it off. It did something anyway. Oh, I wasted my shot. Wasted my shot there and couldn't get a fatal frame because of it. Yeah, we need to stock up on heals again. Christ. I miss playing as the guy. This is slow and tedious. Every time I've let her get close, I've not been able to do a fatal frame at all, so that feels pointless, honestly, even trying to do that. Feels like this is the way to go. Even though it's slower, we're not gonna end up getting damaged for no reason, for no fault of our own. This feels just consistent. Nice. We got it. We actually got a fatal frame. Nice. The game just behaved the way it's supposed to behave. For once. Very cool. Telling me there's an item around here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Right here. Sacred water, very nice. I saw Misaki with that doll again yesterday. Most likely the patient on the 4th floor gave her own doll to Misaki. Both of them have been diagnosed as having high spiritual potential. Their spiritual senses are heightened and they're at increased risk of being inhabited. It's dangerous for two such people to be together. When their mental state is good, being together may help them both stay stable. But if one of them becomes unstable, both are at risk of worsening their Moonlight Syndrome. I'm particularly worried about the effect that she in her current state might have on Misaki. Please keep careful watch over Misaki and ensure that the two of them do not meet. New building, 4th floor status. Room 412, Frozen Moon, Isolation Room. This is the only room on the 4th floor. Note, the patient is in an extremely dangerous condition. Report to the director immediately if she shows any signs of deterioration or becomes agitated. Calling her by name or looking at her face are forbidden, as both can cause her condition to worsen. Bearing in mind the recent death of one of the nurses, staff are advised for their own safety to avoid prolonged contact with the patient. If any of the nurses feel their mood or physical condition get worse, they should discontinue duties immediately. The corridor in the isolation room is sealed with a gate which can be opened by unlocking it from the nurse station. Please note that it is not possible to enter the isolation room with just the master key. Okay. Oh, phone. So this is the nurse's station, I imagine. Regarding the woman in the isolation room, it's embarrassing to say this, but I simply can't remember her face. I have an impression that she's quite pretty, but I don't know what her face looks like. I can't remember it. This is unheard of for me. A nurse can usually remember her patients' names and faces very easily. She's the only one I can't remember. When I try my hardest to remember her face and focus on it, my pulse quickens and I feel as though I'm losing sight of myself. It feels like my mind... It feels like my mind is the radio and someone is playing with the tuning dial. What should I do? Am I really fit to be in charge of the 4th floor? I don't think I'm cut out for this position. Please consider transferring me to another task. I beg you. I'm not gonna forget that code, am I? 44 lol funny meme numbers. Wait for it. There it is. The funny comedy. Comedy just happened. Peak comedy just happened right there. We put the number 6 and the number 7 together. And hilarity ensued. Doesn't seem like we want to go in here very much, but... At least we're getting somewhere. We're going somewhere new. A bit of a treat sometimes in Fatal Frame. Actually going to a new place. Why don't you blank her? Haven't I told you over and over that she keeps trying to drag me into her room? Come and see her if you don't understand what I'm talking about. She's something else now, isn't she? Her face keeps changing and she keeps trying to drag me in. She calls me, she calls me, she calls me, calls me, she calls me, calls me. Oh, I just do not have the reflexes for this. Do not have the reaction time for this. Come on, surely. Ridiculous, man. How fast does this game expect me to react to things? Oh god, no. I think you have to mash the analog sticks, if I'm correctly. It seemed to get her off way faster. Yeah, trying to get fatal frames is a bloody stupid idea. Let's just do the max damage we can with each hit and just get on with it. When they swerve and get rid of all your charge, and then you're like, well, I might as well try a fatal frame now, because I don't have any fucking charge left. Look, the swerving and dodging gets on my nerves. I don't understand how that's late. Do not get how that's late at all. Like, I'm gonna have to just hammer the button after I get one. Fuck off, man. After I get one, I'm gonna have to hammer the button, I guess, and just press it straight away, because that seems to be the only way to get the second fatal frame. Get the max damage. We're just not doing the same kind of damage we did with the guy, are we? It's kind of tedious, a little bit tedious now. the camera combat. Let's probably get closer as well. Better get closer. Fuck off, man! Look at that. They just walk out and just decide that they're not going to take damage now. No, just too early. I'm just trying. Too early or too late. I can't quite nail it still. Let's do that. I'm just going to do that. Just do the reliable way. I know it's like a risk-reward type thing, but I can't. It's all risk at the moment, no reward. I think I saw a hat. Well, yeah, there. Oh, it's just annoying, isn't it? Decided, nope, I'm out. I'm gonna teleport again. Some of the things that these games do, just in general, like that, can just be irritating. Nice, okay. The chip damage is coming in clutch. I don't know where we are. Riding the patient in the isolation room. I observed her again today, but I feel her symptoms have reached the point of hopelessness. For someone like her with such high spiritual potential, Moonlight Syndrome almost always presents with extremely severe symptoms. Maybe the most extreme case yet. Her mind is on the brink of collapse. She has managed to cling feebly to some semblance of sanity by fusing her dolls and herself in her mind. The dolls, each reflecting a different part of herself, may be necessary for her to anchor her fluid and ever-fluctuating state of mind. It may be possible to use this doll transference approach to help the other patients deal with their chaotic memories. However, while giving her dolls may have some temporary effect, all it does is postpone the inevitable collapse. Dr. Haibara is desperately searching for some way to help her, but he's already tried so many things. At this point, doing anything more might only cause her pain. no, this is a different part from what I was thinking of. We haven't been here with another character. I put myself in the doll so that even if I forget myself, the me in the doll will tell me who I am. That was how I held on to myself, but today I asked it, what is my name? I asked and I asked, but there was no answer. Without the me inside the doll, the little ones inside me get upset. They eat my insides, then they sleep. The starving little ones, I can hear them waking up. My soul broken, I am descending. I don't want you to know the pain of those who have the souls enter into them, whose souls are consumed. You're just like me. Don't end up like me, Misaki. A world without noise, a world without noise, a world without noise. I offer my song to you. Patient in the isolation room on the 4th floor is stabilized somewhat, but there's no telling what might set her off again. The nurse who called the patient in the isolation room, the one with no face, she committed suicide a few days ago. For reasons yet unknown, she ran into the isolation room and killed herself right in front of the patient. She had shown signs of being deathly afraid of the patient for a while. She was so afraid, why did she charge in there? She had been warned about hanging around near the gate. When the nurse's body was discovered, the room was in an awful state, but the patient was just sitting on the bed, smiling. I can't quite remember her face myself. Something like this had already happened before, and now all the other nurses are scared. That gate isn't there to stop the patient from getting out as much as to prevent her from having contact with anyone else. Freaky stuff. Love it. Dolls, a very fatal frame thing. Oh good, there's a tile missing. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do this just yet then. Can examine something. Somewhere. Maybe. Oh, there it is. They tell me I can't see her anymore, but it feels so nice to be together with her. Feeling myself break apart is nice too, but this is different. When our two sounds play together, it feels good and I don't feel sick. But they said soon I won't be able to see her anymore. I don't think I can stand it if I can't see her anymore. I won't know who I am. Mia says that I'm still me. I feel safe because Mia is here. Mia is my special friend who stays with me. Mi means the sea, like in Misaki. Ya means the night, like in Sakuya. The two of us will always be together. And there's tile. Puzzle time. Okay, I guess the last one will go in. Okay, he just moves the one that can be moved, I guess. Only one can be moved in each direction at once, I suppose. I want to move 2 over. Quite an intuitive way of doing this, actually. Feels pretty reasonable. Like a good version of the sliding puzzle from Homecoming. How you do it? It's not hard, is it? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, trying to get them all to the top at this point. Quite tough. 5 needs to go over here anyway, so we can sort of... Probably trying to move one at a time is not the best idea. We should be moving them all to where they need to be, roughly. As we go. So like 5 should be over here. Start moving 6. And 7 towards the right bit. Seven and 8 are both there. Then 4's miles away now. I'm gonna keep the higher ones on the bottom as well if we can, of course. Where they need to be. They're all just kind of stuck in the wrong places now. 3's gone missing over here as well. There we go. Get those in there. We can't seem to quite get them all on the same row at once here. Probably need to do it more in stages here. There we go. Let's get 9 out from there. Yeah, there we go. Now it's just rearranging the bottom. Should be reasonable enough. Just move these around until something happens. It's probably gonna be alright, I think. It needs to be 9 over there, doesn't it? Yeah. 9. Of 13 is on the bottom, yeah. There we go. Just move these around until they click. It's got to be possible, right? 10. 10 and 11 need to switch, don't they, there, so... Hmm. 15 will be the last one. 15 will go here. Almost there. 13 needs to go on the bottom in the corner as well. Right. Sort of got a nice pattern for moving these here, so... I did anyway. Hey, welcome back, Pepper. It's going good. I'm having a good time. Decent little puzzle here. I'm just kind of trying to figure this out. Almost there, I think. Caved in and had another hour long nap. You got to, haven't you? Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you just got to. Good. Oh, look at that. They're almost in the right order. Ah. Could have had that then. Just got to move 13 over to here. Oh, I fucked it all up again, haven't I? "13, 14, 15 need to be on the bottom. I don't really want to move any of the top ones now, but it might be necessary, I don't know. Moving them at random now, this is not how I want to be doing it. 13. "14. Ugh, everything's almost... I keep getting it almost right. 9 there. 10. 11. 12 is just in the wrong... They're in the right order now, just in the wrong place. I mean, to be fair, this is like, in terms of like sliding puzzles, this is one of the better ones. There's one in Silent Hill Homecoming which is just abysmal. Really, really bad. So this is better than that. I need to move 12 over now, so... Got it. Boom. That's actually, in terms of sliding puzzles, that's one of the better ones I've played for sure. Yeah. Oh. You're not missing a lot. It's not a good game. And the story's not very good either. Although it was better when I played on hard mode. I think that's what... I might actually do a video for that, actually, at some point. Oh yeah, this would be ridiculously hard without the numbers on. That would be way too hard, I think. When was the last time I heard it? The gentle sound of my own song. The human soul is nothing but sound, but there are so many sounds reverberating I can't hear. The end of days is near, I can feel it. I'm glad my song came back, even if just for an instant. Father, yo, I echo, goodbye. I'm glad we solved that puzzle just for that. Yeah, like I can imagine some early version of that puzzle where it was just the pictures and it was way too hard. Like, it wouldn't be impossible, but it would be really hard. That would be very, very hard. Remember. Patient about to jump off roof. Oh, he pushed her off. Woman's suicide note. I'm sorry, I have to go on ahead of you. It's because of me, my body. This body that is so easily inhabited. I've caused everyone so much pain. When things take over me and I hurt everyone, I wake up and I don't even remember what I've done. I can't bear that pain anymore. I was able to stand it until now because you were there for me. But now I have Moonlight Syndrome, and the only things that could save me are my memories shared with you are shaken. I no longer have any way to bear the pain accumulated in my memory. I'd be so happy if this sickness would wipe only the painful memories from my mind. I feel sorry for Sakuya. She's just like me. My heart aches when I think that she might suffer as I have. Shigeto, you have to take care of her. The moon is getting brighter. Shigeto, Sakuya, yo, I'm so sorry. I offer myself up to be guided by the moonlight. Very pleasant things going on here. There is an item somewhere nearby. I had this urge earlier to just start playing Xenogears. I mean, I shared something on Instagram the other day that was Xenogears. Just like I fancy playing that game. I don't know. It's a huge game. I know that. I thought I might actually look into getting one of those emulation handhelds and play it on there. I feel like if I had something where I could like play in bed, I would actually play more games. Or I could, you know, a game like that I could play like an hour a day. Couldn't really get into Xenoblade. Yeah, that's one of the few RPGs I've put a lot of time into. I love that game. Xenoblade. I've started Xenogears before and played a decent chunk of it, but never beaten it because it's massive. I didn't have years spare to do it. Fancy playing something on the PS1, some kind of PS1 RPG or Super Nintendo or something like that. Make myself love them. Like I said, I can't speak for the other games, but one is great, I think. So I need to stock up here. Yeah, I definitely haven't got a lot of free time going on at the moment, but I try and get some reading done when I can, but it hasn't been great like this week at least. Maybe this weekend I'll dive into something grindy. Yeah, I never got that feeling from Chronicles 1. I did do something in that game where I like basically missed out one of the leveling up mechanics for massive chunks of it. And then as soon as I realized that mechanic existed, I was completely overpowered and had no trouble with anything. Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but it was the game wasn't even hard without that. I was fine, you know. I didn't find that game difficult. That's only the first game, I can't speak for the others. Yeah, I feel like at some point I'm gonna have to give myself some kind of rest. But I want to try and get my next video made quite quickly. I want to try and get one done quickly just to see if I can. So I'm probably still not gonna have much rest time. I feel like I don't want to take too long on them. I just want to try and get more efficient at making them. I probably won't be able to just sit around playing 100-hour RPGs or whatever, however long those games are just yet. Not the same place we just were, is it? I think it is. I just got in a big circle. I'm back to Bayonetta 1. I've only beaten Bayonetta 1. I've played Bayonetta 2 but not finished it. Yeah, it's a great game. Still plays really well. I love that game. I'm gonna have a lot of Bayonetta music on my playlist as well here. There's a very nice jazzy soundtrack to it. That's definitely a game I'm gonna make it a priority to replay that. Sort of you know, once we've done with the RE stuff and I'm doing more casual stuff. Was not keen on the music. Even before I got into jazz, I loved the music in that game. That was I somehow remember like walking home from nights out, just playing that music out on my phone when I was at university. Just playing that "Fly Me to the Moon" and "Gates of Hell" and that sort of. Gates of Hell is I think Gates of Hell is one of my favorite pieces of music ever. Not me not liking the vocals, because oh yeah, I get you. Oh, I just love it. That's that Sega vibe. Sega jazz music is just great. Just a vibe about the way they do it. Very like upbeat sort of jazz they do. Love it. Yeah, it really does. Yeah, can't really put can't really put a my finger on why, but it just does. Yeah. But yeah, like the best song in that game though, The Gates of Hell, is a very chill song. I was like, I'm always trying to find more chill, relaxing jazz, like, and that's just perfect. That's one of my favorite jazz pieces ever. One of my favorite songs ever. Is that The Gates of Hell? It's just great. I could just leave that on all day and just enjoy it all day. Something happened yesterday. As I lay gasping from the agony of the swarm of black insects crawling around inside my body, I noticed the moon. I reached out to touch that gentle light piercing the darkness. Then I realized I was standing on the roof, about to climb over the railings. One more step and I would have plummeted to my death, but somehow I wasn't scared when I realized this. If you ask me, anything goes on nights when the moon is full. Killing a loved one, choosing to end one's own life, all is forgiven under the light of the moon, and all is forgotten in the light of morning. That's what I think. That's why I don't want to go out on nights when the moon is full. Next time I do, I won't wake up as I follow the moonlight. I'll want to jump into the moon reflected on the surface of the ocean, or reach out from the rooftops to touch it. I already know of 3 patients who flung themselves off the roof when the moon was full. I wonder if I'll end up following them. Yeah, I mean, in terms of like, I'm not like the biggest expert on Sega. But familiar enough. The Sonic Adventure when I was a kid got me into when I heard like the casino music in that game, I was like, yeah, this is a vibe. Casino music in Sonic Adventure was like, that's the... And then I heard the Nights soundtrack stuff in there as well. Nights into Dreams stuff in that casino pinball level as well. But yeah, this is a vibe. Sadly, I played the PS3 version of Bayonetta, which is terrible. But now we have it on PC and Switch and all sorts. It's everywhere now. Yeah. I don't know why we had a Dreamcast. I guess we had that first and just had it because it was a new console. It was like a Christmas present. Then we just realized that PS2 was way better, I guess. I think we ended up selling the Dreamcast. Because, all I really used it for was Sonic Adventure. And then Sonic Adventure came out on GameCube, which we also had later on. So I was just like, well, what do we need the Dreamcast for, you know? But I always regret not trying to find more Dreamcast games back then. I would have probably enjoyed the console a lot more. Pretty sure Shenmue would have been pretty mind-blowing back then. The records tell of a visit to Rogetsu Isle at the turn of the century by one Professor Kunihiko Aso. He invented various devices for communicating with the dead, but their efficacy was never proven. And in modern times, his theories are treated as mere pseudoscience. Reading his writings, I found that many of his thoughts were about the masks of this island. Some of his ideas were fragmented and erratic, but many are also bold and exciting. According to the professor, the masks of Rogetsu Isle are designed to affect the mind of the wearer. Humans are easily influenced in this way, like when one sees someone laughing and feels like laughing oneself. Professor Aso's term for this is emotional transference. He postulates that masks refine this process, controlling the emotions of those who see them. Just as the moon represents the inner, masks represent singular states of mind. The professor describes his experience of seeing a girl who, despite never having so much as lifted a flute before, played a tune on one immediately after putting on a mask. His theory is that masks either stimulate specific parts of the unconscious mind or that they behave as a type of medium for memories. The idea of masks as a medium for conveying memories is certainly intriguing. The professor further proposes that masks allow experiences to be shared in a way similar to modern wireless communication. He loses me when he starts talking about how the ultimate shared experience is death, but the rest of his theory is most illuminating. Professor Aso used the arts and materials of mask making on Rogetsu Isle to create his camera obscura, the film it uses. The camera is in the Esso Museum. I would very much like to have a look at it and see if it truly holds such powers as are ascribed to it in this document. Bootleg NES, Genesis, Moddy PS1, Moddy PS2. What else do you need? I feel like if I could only play PS2 and earlier, I would probably still enjoy gaming just as much. I think I would be totally fine with that, honestly. I just spend my life digging through the thousands and thousands of great... What the hell is that? Thousands and thousands of great games on PS1, PS2. Oh, the enemy was just there the whole time, okay. Oh, God's sake, man. Fucking, I hate that. You charge up your shot and then they just decide not to let you attack. Some space. Get them both. It's such bullshit, man. Yeah, they're historically intriguing. Interesting for history purposes, but you kind of feel like if you were to play them, or to actually like go back and play the systems, it would be for like, yeah, historical purposes more than anything. Just to see what it was like to play them on that system. That's kind of how I feel. Yeah. Like if I actually want to play Shenmue, I wouldn't get a Dreamcast. I'd just play the Steam version of it. This is hard. Oh, for goodness sake, I can't even... Yeah, exactly, yeah. Wow. Didn't even get the marker pop up for a fatal frame and still got it somehow. No. This is just hard, isn't it? Yeah, like the bit of it I've played now, it is a bit rough. Doesn't hold up hugely well, but I don't understand how I'm supposed to even remotely respond to that attack. I don't think this is fair at all. Like, there's no window for it. The only fatal frame I've gotten is when I got it completely as a fluke without even trying to. Like the icon hadn't even popped up. This is really, really unfair fight. I don't like this fight at all. Use some higher level film. What the fuck is that bullshit? That is ridiculous. Oh, this is just ridiculous. This fight is not good at all. I know they've got to make the game harder and what have you, but this is just not fun. He just ducks down and dodges, like... I have to just damage them. I have to just damage them and hope for the best. Trying to be fancy with fatal frames is probably too much for this fight. Oh, nice. Good luck with that. Oh, so you're like checking it for video game accuracy and what have you. Wait, was there anything we actually got from that? I suppose we just got some lore to read. I wonder how much of this lore you could actually just skip and not have to do all these fights. It's actually not as late as I thought. I thought it was a little bit later. We can probably, I wanted to try and get 3 chapters done today and then do the other 3 on Thursday, but it's not looking likely, is it? Okay, again, it's showing us where to go, so... David Cage, certainly one of the video game creators who exists. I still gotta play Detroit. I want to play that soon as well. They're certainly unique, his games. In terms of Japanese adventure games, I don't think I've played that many. Like, obviously I've played like Kojima's stuff like Snatcher and Police Nauts, but there's loads of other great ones that I've not played. Would probably have to emulate some weird system to play those. Okay, I'm just following this. I'm not going to bother even exploring now or anything like that. Oh, I haven't played Fahrenheit either. I should play that. I've played Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls. I know it's got a lot of faults and everything, but I actually kind of like Heavy Rain in a weird way. It's not like a good game by any means, and there's lots of like plot holes, but I think I respect ambition. There's a lot of games where if it's ambitious, I'll respect it more than something that's just really boring and safe. Yeah, you don't need to play Beyond Two Souls. Beyond Two Souls it's funny. It's a funny game. I enjoyed the oh, Ace Attorney and Zero Escape. Yeah, that'll be it. If you want to have a good laugh, Beyond Two Souls is like so bad it's good type stuff. I think. I was laughing all the way through it. It was hilarious. But that's about it. I'm gonna play Detroit this year for sure. Maso Misaki, Room 310, Waning Moon. Patient's Moonlight Syndrome has shown signs of improvement. Shown some signs of improvement, but treatments have been more difficult than anticipated due to the added factor of a high spiritual potential. Hers is a severe case. Based on similar cases such as the isolation room patient, there is no way to halt the deterioration. Clarification of her treatment plan is urgently required. Ace Attorney, I really should play that. I'm sure I'd love that. Get that on my DS. I need to fill my DS up with stuff. That was kind of my plan. Finish my Pokemon Platinum playthrough, and then get a few more DS games going. I'm sure I would love Ace Attorney. I do have it on Steam as well, so because it was so cheap on the Steam sale that I did get them there as well. But oh, this one's locked. Okay. Let me. There's something else here. Oh, there is, yeah. Oh. Maybe it's open now. No, still no. Yeah, there's definitely some things in English, some grammar concepts in English that I only really know because of Japanese. Like, whenever I think about like subjects and objects in English grammar, in my head I'm usually thinking about which one is wa and which one has o after it. That's how I kind of remember. That's how I kind of keep it in my head. What subjects and objects are. It's genuinely from that. Oh, we just use the intercom. Okay. Oh, of course, yeah. We solved this puzzle earlier. Yeah, I did have a DS when I was younger. luckily, which was kind of cool. The games I remember playing on it the most would have been like, I played like Super Mario 64 on it. And Metroid Prime Hunters, we played a lot of multiplayer with that. Obviously Pokemon would have played on there. Mario Kart played on there a lot. Those are kind of the main things. That's a good idea, yeah. That's the kind of thing I would do if I was actively studying the language and not just being very rusty about it. Banga is just sort of like... There's a few concrete rules, you know, but it's sort of a feel thing. A lot of times you just use it where you think. You get used to how you think it should be used. And, oh, that's too early. I still damaged it, but it was too early to get a fatal frame. Ah, it's so hard to time it, because I'm so often late on these fatal frames. Too late. I need to be very quick on the second one. I've realised that. I'm kind of thinking that there should be a gap, but there shouldn't. There's never a gap. It never works if you leave too much of a gap. You need to hammer it straight away for the second one. It does seem like a pretty easy enemy to get a fatal frame on. I'm just going to get some damage. Fuck it. Should be alright. Yeah, it really is a risk-reward thing here. You're sort of trying to decide, shall I just get the guaranteed damage or try and get the, try and risk it for the extra damage? Yeah, I feel like your actual language knowledge would be tested if you were like drinking. If you were like drinking, you wouldn't be thinking about grammar rules. You'd just be speaking, right? That's kind of how I would measure ability. Is like, would I be able to speak this language while I was like intoxicated? Because in conversation, yeah, you're not really putting the grammar rules together in your head. You just speak and feel it naturally. Not too early. Too early. I'm either too early or too late. I can't win. Yeah, you probably just feel a lot more confident then as well. Like, you'd speak a lot better just because you wouldn't be analysing everything in your head. You wouldn't be questioning everything you say. Yeah, exactly, yeah. The only times I've spoken French to actual French people is when I've been drunk, and I've been fine. But I definitely wouldn't have been as fine if I'd been sober, because I would have been thinking, oh, is that the right order? Is that the right thing to say? You know, that sort of thing. Again, it's been a long time since I've studied French actively, but when I did actually speak to people, it was like when I was at university. So I wasn't long out of school. I'd actually had French lessons somewhat recently. A lot of it's gone now. Very, very, very rusty now on that, but actually I got all right at French because I had one very, very good French teacher for 1 year. And I learned more in that year than I've learned in any other subject in any other year of my life. Because that one French teacher was so good. He was really, really good teacher. You know, you just feel like a teacher you just click with and you just learn a lot from them. It was like that. Oh god. I'm not. No, what is going on there? She just kind of fell on me. I don't want to die here. I don't want to lose any progress at all, to be honest. Yeah, if it's something that's related enough, yeah. Oh, come on now. I really do not want to die here. Just use a stun. Oh god. Come on now. Surely, come on. Yeah, I'm not playing optimally here for sure. Stuck. There's always something there to get stuck on. There's always something there to get stuck on when you're in camera view. Oh, fuck off, man. You charge it up and then it just randomly stops charging when she moves a bit. Oh. I don't want to use the super expensive stuff. Nice. Oh man, I actually got 2 fatal frames. My record is only 4 so far. It's not a hard record to beat, but it seems impossible to get multiple fatal frames in a row. Something on the floor and the bed. 1 week has passed since the failure of the rite of descent. By avoiding external stimuli and bathing them in the moonlight of the moon glow well, the condition of the organs has been stabilized. However, Misaki is still hanging on by a thread. Her condition might suddenly deteriorate for any number of reasons. She could die from shock brought on by mental trauma, or in the worst case scenario, even blossom. There is no predicting what might do it. Sound, smells, words, the phases of the moon, there is so much we don't yet understand. But the probability remains high that remembering events leading up to and including the rite of descent will be what pushes her over the edge. Addendum. While observing her, she has repeatedly raised her hand to my face and stroked it. It appears she has not entirely lost her memory. There was something else here, yeah. Zero lens. Okay, we got some good upgrades from the looks of it. Lenses. Oh, that one's pretty useless, so... Looking like, well, you know, if this chapter does end, we've got time to do some more. I normally might make my streams about 3 hours, but I feel like I want to try and do a bit more today. Just because, I want to get this game done. I'm really enjoying this, by the way. I'm not saying I want to get it done because I want it out of the way. Just because I have other plans. But, I am really enjoying this game. It is a great game. I think it's probably the most fun I've had playing the series, actually. I don't know. Just in terms of, like, there's probably objectively things that the other games do better, but just in terms of how much I've actually enjoyed the experience of playing it, this might be my favourite. Might be the most fun I've actually had playing the games. Even if the fights are a bit, can be a bit difficult. But there's, you know, there's obviously strategy to it. You can make them easier by taking more risks. And what have you. Oh, good. See, this one again. It's much easier fighting these as the guy. Oh, Christ. Come on, man. Oh god, I missed the fatal frame chance. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It's a good way of putting it, yeah. Like, I guess there are some things you could objectively measure. But if you're enjoying a game, you know, why would you... Oh, God, that was a fatal frame chance and I missed it. That was silly. I keep doing that. There There are some things I prefer in the other games, of course. I think I prefer the visual style of the other games, particularly the first two. I really enjoy that traditional Japanese look. But this one doesn't, like, it has it a bit here. You can see a little bit of it in pieces. I think the camera works in all of them. I don't mind either way. Yeah, sort of the combat gameplay is very similar, regardless. So. Yeah, look, like it's more sort of like has more sort of a modern look to it in terms of the environments and stuff, I would say. Oh god, I need to move. What am I doing? Dodge. That was terrible. Get a stun on her. Bit of a waste, I think, of a stun there, but that's okay. Fatal frame. Oh god, I wasn't reloaded. Ah. I don't even know the last time we saved, so we might have to just try and survive this. Use our full heal. It wasn't even a fatal frame, was it, there? This guy seemed okay to try and fatal frame, so we'll try it. Nice. That worked. Oh, ah! Yeah, I'm gonna use my full heal. Fuck it. I ain't dying. I don't want to die. Not in the mood to redo things. Honestly, losing progress is just not something I want to do. This one seemed pretty easy to get a fatal frame on as well, but we'll get some guaranteed damage first. Certain enemies are much easier to pull off the fatal frames on. This one seems alright. She's got a bit of a swing back on her attack. So that one seems pretty reasonable. Didn't work that well, did it? You need to get the second one really to get a big chunk of damage off. No, doesn't seem to flash up. Why doesn't it flash up? Yeah, we'll just get max damage on her. We're not going to get fatal frames on her. We get the first one, but then just getting the second one is just a nightmare. I might have no choice here. You have to wait a little bit on that one. Awkward timing on that. Awkward timing. Might still get one. Might still get a chance for it here. Oh, nice. Oh no, it takes so long. Oh, you just panic and press the button anyway. At least she's reappearing quickly, unlike some of the ghosts. Some of the ghosts go off for a tea break and a cigarette and a sleep. Ridiculous. Gotta be patient here. No, it's so hard to get that timing right. It really is. I'm just gonna hammer this one with a fully charged up attack here and just hopefully just end the fight here. I'm getting bored. It just resets your damage. It's so annoying. Just randomly she moves a little bit and it resets your damage. Look at that, like that. It's just irritating. Some of the things it does, yeah. Like it seems like when you're playing as the guy with his flashlight, it's way more consistent. You just point at the enemy and then it stays charged up and then you attack. With the camera, you point at the enemy and it will charge up and then it will just randomly, all your charge will go and you'll use an expensive piece of film and end up losing it. End up doing no damage with it. Those who undergo the training of the primeval passage, being such a deep cavern as befits its name, by the moon glow well whilst those spirit return to their body. Grammar's terrible here. Such training doth cause that they lose both themselves and the shape of their souls also. Thus some remain void, for failing to have their souls return. They should return to this world, whilst thusly void they may blossom. Only light of moon canst guide back their spirits, thus bringest thou such bodies to the moon glow well, being that place where the light of moon is kept, and therein canst thou find the spirits. Those who becoming void lose themselves must bathe in the moon's light in the moon glow well. Thus done, though lost, they may be recovered. They should have had that as a comedy bit in a Fatal Frame game. Have a bunch of Americans turn up with guns and the guns do nothing, we're all out of ideas. Alright. You have to follow very, very slowly. I missed the chance for the picture. No, we didn't. No running here. Important story things are happening. No running. So this will be the well where they were all found. I love these kind of these cutscenes, these shaky, jerky, blurry cutscenes. Oh, this has got boss fight vibes. We haven't saved for ages. I don't think we have any heals. Could at least put a save point before this, for God's sake. Just randomly cuts off half your charge. Out of nowhere. Oh, we missed it. We missed the fatal frame, but that was good to get one. Definitely want to be using the better film here. Oh, nice. Oh, man. In just almost One TKO the boss with fatal frames. That was pure skill out of nowhere. That could have been a real drag, that fight. That could have gone on for ages. I'm really glad we got that done quick. Didn't have any heals. Just pure skill. Nailed it.
そうだ。そうだったんだ。ミア。やっと思い出した。その子の名前は？咲夜よ。咲夜？そう、私。今日から美咲。やっぱりミアにしましょう。この子はあなた大切にしてね。これがあればきっと私みたいにならずに済むから。さようなら。ミーヤ、これは私。あなたは私。一緒にいるよ。大丈夫。私がいれば。
Oh dear. Alright. There's that chapter done. So looking at the time here, I think I'm going to just take one last bathroom break here, and then we will do... Probably not finish the next chapter, but... And again, is it really worth starting another chapter? I don't know. Yeah, we will. We'll do some more. So yeah, guess don't think I need to play any ads. So yeah, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. I'll see you then. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I'm just gonna go till 9:30 my time here. Set that as the sort of the end point. Hopefully that if we just do a long stream on Thursday, we could either beat it or just do a short one on Friday to beat it. Summary. When Ruka hears the music box in her room, childhood memories come flooding back. Her family home, her mother, Sayaka, and her father, mask artisan Sawyer, whose face she is still unable to remember. Coming back to reality, she finds the organ mask made by her father. The same mask had been placed on Ruka's face by her abductor 10 years previously. Reading her mother's diary, Ruka discovers that Sayaka suspected her husband of planning to use the missing girls in some kind of ritual, and of being involved in the whole kidnapping incident. Ruka now knows why her mother left her father, but when she stands in the cave beneath Haibara Infirmary, she's overwhelmed by the feeling that she has been there before. Oh yeah, game audio would help, wouldn't it? Kept turning my sound up then, like, why can't I hear it? Phase 9, Descent. Great horror movie, The Descent, by the way. If you've never seen that, I recommend it. Just the first one, though. Hey, Kaiserin, hope I'm saying that right. Dario's scary. That's good to hear. Welcome on in, hope you're doing well today. I was taken here from somewhere. I remember walking along a dark path. Zarin, okay, cool. Visit the place from your memory. Yeah, welcome on in. Are you a big Fatal Frame fan? Assume so if you play this. Nice, nice. Still playing the series for the first time myself. But I've enjoyed all the game. Oh, fave game to watch. But you get too scared. That makes sense. It is a fun game to watch. I don't see people play it as much on Twitch. Sounds a bit high here. Don't see people. Don't see these guys. Oh yeah. Same. Got 3. Oh, we almost had enough charge to get the one on this guy as well. Combat in this game is definitely tough. I feel like it's been harder in this game than the some of the previous games. Oh god. Just about missed. Yeah, I wish I saw more people on Twitch playing these games. I do like watching them as well. I've actually got a bunch of GDQ runs saved up to watch of this. At least not for this game, but for the first 3 games, there's been quite a few. So I'm gonna sort of that's actually the best I've played for this entire playthrough. I've been pretty rubbish for most of it. I guess You saw the best of me there. British, yes. Some highly British fatal frame skills going on there. Just how we do it over here. Pip pip cheerio and all that. Hello, Governor. Right, I'm gonna stock up. So I just got caught in a boss fight with no I just got caught in a boss fight with no heals. We do have quite a lot of heals, so. I used to have much more of an accent, like a regional accent, but it's softened a little bit now. Fallen rocks block the path. Are we going through? Crawl through? Yes, please. I like how some British accents, like depending on where you're from in the country, you'll just completely break rules of grammar and language. Like people from Newcastle will use us as a singular pronoun. They'll say, you know, thanks for inviting us, meaning thanks for inviting me. That's confusing. Turn up by themselves, like, oh, thanks for inviting us. And I'm like, you're on your own. Why, oh, you know. Things like that. It's pretty funny. Or like people from Yorkshire will say were instead of was. Oh, we're just going down to town. You mean I was? No, that's just how we say it here. Oh good, we've got an underground maze going on here. Oh yeah, trying to keep up with all the different American accents is tough. Just a few very stereotypical ones that I could recognize. I can always tell when someone's from Boston. My geography is terrible though. I really am bad at geography. She is coming. Everyone who saw her blossom, that woman, that blah 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 blah. Monotone accent sort of from Philly. Oh, nice. A lot of even the bigger places, I can't really like hear it in my head how that would sound like. Then there's just a few that I'm, you know, that I would recognize. Yeah, one of my weaknesses is geography, honestly. I'd say I'm very good at like maths and like, you know, things to do with literacy. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, appreciate it. Good to have you here. Yeah, so I'm very good at things like maths, things to do with like language and literature and things like that. But then like geography and history, I'm really bad at that stuff. I'm good at what we would call the morning subjects here. In school in Britain, we do like maths and English and things in the morning, and then all the other stuff in the afternoon, like science and geography and history and all that stuff. I'm not good at that stuff, but drink some water for sure. Got a whole fresh bottle right here. We came down here to get away from her, but she's coming. Her face. Can't see face. Repeated ad forever. Don't remember high school that much. I'm miles out of high school now, so I don't remember that stuff at all. I barely even remember university at this point. Oh, nice, we got a full heal. Nice. What are you studying in college then? Business marketing. Sounds like a good thing to be studying. Smart choice. Oh, damn. I did like English language and literature. That was ages ago now. That was like over 10 years ago now. I was at the university. But I still use that stuff day to day, you know, in teaching, so it's useful to me. These are really awkward. Didn't go well. Okay, I've not been able to get a fatal frame on these at all. It's really awkward. Oh, nice. Well, good luck. Hopefully it all goes to plan. Yeah, I'm not going to try and fatal frame these. Too much like hard work. Actually, I don't think I've upgraded much of her camera. We're one short of a power upgrade. Actually, we'd probably be better off just getting some other upgrades as well. Camera charging time. Film loading time. Yeah, this might actually end up helping more than damage. Oh, nice. That is the first time I've gotten that. I've actually gotten more than one fatal frame on these enemies. I'm making myself look a lot more skilled than I am here, maybe. I fought a bunch of these earlier and I could not get a fatal frame at all on these enemies. Timing was just so awkward. They do that Elden Ring thing where they should like hold a weapon in the air for ages, and you'd start like panic bashing the buttons. Try again. Might have got it. Maybe it's just a different character. Yeah, see, the timing is just really awkward on that. Oh, right there. No. Got it once. There's no way I'm getting it again. It's nice that this one appears quickly. Nah. You're not messing around here. Yeah, didn't even appear then. These are some of the enemies are just awkward to fight. Some of them are really easy to get the fatal frame on. Like the boss I just fought. I just nailed it straight away. That's one of my best. I think that's one of the best fatal frame performances I've ever had. I'm gonna have to highlight that boss fight. Then sometimes, you know, it just doesn't work so well. There we go. That'll do. Took longer than I'm proud of, but It was the previous chapter we had a boss fight. Not with this character, with a different character. Yeah. The ads. Yeah, I wish I could get rid of the ads, but... What can you do? I have a map for this part. Yeah, we have to go up a different area. Love a good maze, don't we? 90, nice. An ad for accident attorneys in the US. That just happens sometimes, even when you don't have a VPN on or anything. Like, it'll just show you adverts from completely different countries in other languages. Like sometimes I get adverts in German or Dutch. Like, I don't know what impression I could have given to my, you know, with my online activity, that I might be German or Dutch or, you know, what have you. Like, I understand getting ads in Japanese because I watch Japanese stuff, read Japanese stuff. It would make a lot of sense, but there's, yeah, other languages that, like, don't know where it's got that from. Like, even if it was like I watch a lot of movies from Hong Kong and Korea, like even that would make sense. In fact, I don't remember the last time I watched a movie that wasn't from Korea, Hong Kong, or Japan. I think those are like the only countries I watch movies from now. They uploaded the wrong ads for yeah, that also makes sense, yeah. Actually, I was thinking about this evening going to watch the new Silent Hill movie, but I decided against it. One of my friends at work told me that she went to that same cinema, and it was boiling hot in there, really unpleasant in there, so I just didn't go. Plus, I wanted to play this instead. Do I watch any American media? I like a lot of action movies, American action movies. That's a big thing, you know. Those kind of 80s action movies for me. And a few like TV shows and things. I love Twin Peaks, like Breaking Bad. I've just gone in this big circle here. Yeah, the new Silent Hill movie, Return to Silent Hill. Apparently it's horrible. So of course I want to see it straight away. But got streams to do, so didn't go. Probably get it on Blu-ray. Yeah, I've not heard anyone say it's good. Like, there's a certain like Silent Hill fan that will just like anything Silent Hill. I've not even heard any of them say it. I've not heard anyone have anything nice to say about it. New Resident Evil, yeah, we're gonna be doing a Resident Evil marathon soon. Starting this weekend to get ready for the new Resident Evil. Playing Silent Hill F, nice. He's never getting old. It's just, yeah, it works for me. Just played Silent Hill F recently. Really liked it. Really good game. How are you finding it so far? Hopefully you're liking it as well. Yeah, super hyped to play a bunch of RE and then play RE9. Oh, so here's the enemy I was fighting earlier, but we can't kill her with this character, so. Oh yeah, good old mannequins. Between yeah. Old Silent Hill 2 remake mannequins. Those are fun as well. Yeah, like I've purposely avoided everything to do with Requiem. I'm not gonna say I'm hyped exactly, like, for the game itself. I'm gonna play the game itself. I'm really looking forward to just playing other Resident Evil games beforehand. And then of course I'll play it and I'll make a video on it and all that stuff, just to you know, I don't know. Do I think they're gonna kill Leon? Actually, there's something I've talked about before. How I actually think having these characters survive for so long, it makes the games like less scary. Like, they should be killing these characters, I think. I think that's something a lot of franchises need to do more of. Is just let characters die, because like this character has survived so much. You're not scared anymore. They're so capable. I would be totally on board with that, but I know there's always that feeling, you know, in a company they'll be like, oh no, he's a beloved character, we need him in the next game, we can't let him die. But I love it when characters die, to be honest. I'm a big fantasy reader. Say an author like John Gwynne will just happily kill any character off, and the world feels dangerous. The world feels like scary then, because you just know anyone could die at any moment. Like, there's a sense of fear, you know, about the world that nobody's safe, really. I feel like for a horror franchise to just, oh yeah, you know, he survives and then, you know, He gets all these skills and then he survives again and he gets all these skills and it's like, I don't really feel like this guy's in danger anymore. Like, he's so good. Like, oh yeah. RE6 is just wild, yeah. Like your vibe. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah. I don't, you know, I don't know if they will. Something's happened though. But yeah, I don't know if they will, but I would support it personally. Yeah, like RE6 combat system, it's not very horror, but it is a good combat system for an action game. If you like action games, it's good for that. And yeah, people, you always think, oh, you know, this system can't be that deep. Then you go on YouTube and there's people doing that stuff. There's people doing like playing the game like they're Kenny Omega or some shit. It's like, I guess you can do all this stuff. Oh, I appreciate that. That's some kind words. Thank you. On the Isle of Rogetsu, there exists a cavern called the Primeval Passage. The cavern hath been a training place for maidens since Byakuya. Byakuya. I always struggle with that word. I remember there was a song called that. I could never quite say it. Byakuya. Is that like White Knight or something? Being the ancestor of the vessels who holds concords with the moon, has division in this cavern whilst at her training. Entering the cavern where no light reaches, the maiden retained her own essence whilst cleaning her mind of all things of the world, becoming empty and dying, and returning to this world in rebirth, being thus the training of the Rogetsu Primeval Passage. Many of the maiden women will lose their mind, as only few can withstand the training and obtain spiritual concourse. You shall not let those women unfit to be a maiden undertake training in the Primeval Passage. Yeah, I've that's something I try to do now, is to avoid learning about a new game too much. I think I know the exact game that caused that was MGS5 Phantom Pain, because like I watched the trailers and all the good bits from the game were in the trailers, so that kind of just made me think, why would I bother watching the trailers now, because they're just going to spoil everything for me. So I don't watch them anymore. Hey, free games. This is way better, actually. These upgrades have made things way easier here. I actually don't even remember the last time I bought a game. I have absolutely no need to buy games now. I own everything I want, pretty much. I'll buy Fatal Frame 5. And I'll buy Resident Evil Requiem. And that's kind of it. I can't think of anything else I'm actually going to want to buy. Yeah, these things are easy to Fatal Frame, I remember. Yeah. Like, I could list off like 50 games that I own right now that I want to play. I don't have any need to really go and buy them. Anymore. Another statue. Okay. Rebirth is not top priority. I think for me it's just because I play these kind of horror games on stream. I'm gonna make content of it. That kind of makes it a priority. Like I might have not played RE2 Silent Hill 2 remake for a while if it hadn't been for stream back then. I didn't play RE4 remake for a long time. There's a bunch of games, like, definitely, like, I don't think it's going to be like full focus, but I think it sort of works to do it sort of. I don't know. I always change my mind on this thing. That's probably why I haven't like consistently, you know, achieved on Twitch, because I just keep changing my mind on things. I should really just say, right, I'm gonna just, if I just play horror for like 2 years straight and just see what happens. Like, I'd always be like, I'll always want to be like, oh, I want to play something else. You know, I want to jump back and forth between things, but it's not the best way to go about it, really. I should focus on something. Like, if I get a bunch of people watching me play RE and then I'm playing Persona, is that the best thing to do? I don't know. Would any of those people actually turn up for that? I don't know. But, like, for the YouTube thing, it kind of necessitates that it's kind of necessary that I play games that I know really well, and a lot of them just happen to be horror games. So going along with the YouTube stuff, it makes sense, I guess, for it to be more horror stuff on Twitch. But then again, if I sort of, you know, grew to a point on YouTube where I just had, you know, people would just watch me anyway, I'd just sort of play more what I want. I don't know. I gotta just put the effort in, you know. I gotta just put the effort in on the YouTube side, see what happens. Which I have been doing, to be fair, now. But, I feel like that might be, like, more important to do. That's my goal for tomorrow, is just to finish the video. I'm not far off. And I think it's going to be really good. I'm quite proud of it. And that's where you want to be. You want to be watching your own work back and thinking, yeah, I'd watch this. If somebody else put this up, I'd watch it. There are a lot of horror games I want to play, actually, to be fair. So it wouldn't be the worst thing to do. You know, I've got Dead Rising to play. I've got like a bunch of PS2 stuff. I want to play like Rule of Rose and Obscure. I want to do a Bloodborne playthrough, which is basically a horror game. There's stuff like Signalis to play. Dead Space remake I need to play. There's still like RE games I haven't played. Like Outbreak, you know, there's plenty of stuff. It's all because of that damn mask. That mask isn't a thing of this world. It belongs to another place. What kind of disaster has that mask brought to this island? It has brought about the day of tranquility. Everyone lives, yet becomes as the dead. You absolutely must not look upon that face. Oh god, turn around. He's face palming so hard about how bad I am at video games. Oh, nice. Hope it's a good session. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you being here. And, yeah. Catch you soon. It's going to be this Saturday. It's definitely going to be Saturday. I can tell you that for sure. And I'll definitely be promoting it, so I'll be doing a whole stream to promote it, so everyone will know about it. I actually kind of realized that sort of getting to know how like YouTube works. When you look at your analytics, sort of trying to work out where the views come from. Most of them don't actually come from you like sharing the video and stuff on like social media. That's like a tiny amount of it. Most of it is like recommendations and the algorithm doing it for you. It is interesting. You think, you know, you think you'd share a video on like your Discord or social media and everything. That's where all the views would come from, but it's maybe at first, but it's like, yeah. After a while, if the algorithm gets hold of it, if you've got a good thumbnail, good hook, like, then like 99% of your views will just come from recommendations and things. YouTube recommending your video to people. Interesting to know. The thumbnail for this new video is quite something. It's a very normal thumbnail. You gotta have something a bit out there though. You gotta have something that grabs the eye, you know? If something's a bit weird, a bit out there, that's kind of good. Oh god. They baited us there. feel like there'll be a lot of tweaking. Whenever I make any kind of thumbnail or anything, it is just like changing tiny little details, but I have to make it perfect. I have to tweak every little detail of it. Kind of over the top, but you know, that's your sales pitch. That's what people see. I can't bother to do try and do any displays of skill against these things now. I just want to do all the damage I can and just get it out of the way. We need to probably get closer as well. Backing away is probably not a good idea. Let's try and get a fatal frame. Nope, didn't even give me the chance. This is taking a while just because we're using the weakest film and not really getting the fatal frames or anything like that. Probably could be playing a bit more efficiently here, but... you know. I feel like the game probably wants me to play a bit differently to this because it makes it playing like this really slow and tedious. I'm not even sure what our special lens does here. Should try it at least. Not even sure what that does. Oh shoot, what am I doing? What does that do? Yes, I would let you take more powerful shots for a... oh, okay, so we can... it is actually quite helpful. We don't have any of our other lenses equipped. Extra powerful shot, slow. Oh, a slow one. That would be good. A blast, yeah. They're way better than what we've got. Oh god. Fucking hell. We need to attack her while she's like that. I'm just messing up completely here. Just try this, get it over with. God. It's not really worth using like your powerful attacks on one ghost on its own. Doesn't feel like, but it just takes so long to fight a regular ghost here. When you're using your weakest film and all that. Not even a stun. Nice. Oh, it's so annoying. Never seem to get that second one. Slow. That's a slow, okay. Come on, how much health do these things have? Is it... okay, we don't want to use the slow one, really, do we? That's the extra powerful shot, isn't it? That seemed to take forever. Because it probably did. Oh yeah, we gotta run past this. Yeah, we're looking for a save point now. So yeah, we will be in the next save point, and that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna be back on Thursday, hopefully even earlier than we did today. I'm just gonna try and get as much of the game done as we can. If we don't finish it on Thursday, I'll be back on Friday then. It'll be a bit kind of, you know, we'll be doing then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday streams. But that's all right. Can sleep in between them. So it'll be a pretty busy weekend. Really just depends what the later chapters are like in this. You know, whether I will beat the game on Thursday or not. Who knows? But we have like three full chapters to go after this, and the rest of this one, however long that is. So like, if there's some shorter chapters in there, maybe it won't be too bad. But yeah, we'll be Thursday we'll be playing this, maybe playing this on Friday if it's not done. Saturday will be Silent Hill 2 to go with the new video. We're going to do a full story run of Silent Hill 2. And then Sunday we'll be starting the RE marathon with some kind of RE, I'm not sure yet. Maybe some classic PS1 stuff, maybe just starting with Village, I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. Just going to see how I feel on that day. And just, yeah, there'll just be like all sorts of different RE all through the month. Until... Is it the 27th Requiem comes out? That's when we'll play that when it comes out, obviously. I do actually have one week in the month where I'm not at work. So that'll be a pretty big week for streams. To Rogetsu Kagura visitors. Rogetsu Kagura will be held tonight in the Temple of the Lunar Eclipse. Please come to the stage by 10 PM. Know that during the performance the door to the temple will be sealed and no one will be allowed in or out. The eclipse is expected to begin around midnight, after which time leaving your seat will be strictly prohibited. Also, all those who wish to watch the Kagura must receive a mask at Shugen Temple and wear it at all times during the performance. Oh god, 5 of them. Okay, I thought we should have to fight them at least. That's the 5 of us, the 5 main characters. Yeah, this is kind of more of the look that I would expect from Fatal Frame. This kind of traditional Japanese look it's got going on. How many have we got? We have 10 already, okay. We've got so many points here, we might as well just buy some fancy film. Why not? Let's just destroy the rest of the game here. Yeah, why not? We've still got millions and millions of points to use. We can't have any extras with her yet. And costumes. No, oh, she can have glasses. Oh, she can have a flower ornament. Yeah, they're subtle, but I like them. Little, peach in the hair. That's a good use of points, I think. Not quite as cool as the aviator shades we gave the guy, but... I'll probably use people's names here. He's just the guy. Gotta save twice, of course, because that's just what you do. So yeah, that's going to be us done for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate